Welcome to Arts Core. In today's video, I will give you a few tips on how you can blend using color pencils and make it look fairly smooth. Tip number 1. Lightly erase the pencil marks from your basic sketch. This will ensure that the graphite does not smudge or become darker as you apply the color pencil. Take this star for example. Once I started coloring, you can see how the pencil marks became even darker and it just smudged all the yellow together. So instead, draw lightly to begin with and then erase out most of the lines, but ensure that you can still see the guidelines. Tip number 2. Make sure all your pencils are sharpened. These are the few pencils I'm using and you can see how sharp all the tips are. Tip number 3. Color in small circular motions like this. Here, I'm taking the darkest shade and not pressing very hard. If your pencil tip keeps breaking, that just shows that you're pressing way too hard. And when you're done making the first layer like this, go ahead and make a second layer with the same small circular motions. Tip number 4, and I think this is the most important tip of all, is to shade lightly as you move closer to your second color. You can see how light this area right here is. Then take the second color, in my case it is China Blue, and start coloring in with the same circular motion. This ensures that those two colors get blended well. Another major important point is to not blend a super dark and a super light color without adding a transition color in between. For example, if you want to blend a very dark blue with a super light shade of blue, you might want to add a few mid-tones of blue in between to have a more even and smooth transition. Here, I'm continuing to make a second layer with the same mid-range of blue and also keeping in mind to use circular motions and shade lightly as you move towards the area where the next color will overlap. Then I'm taking Mediterranean Blue, which is a shade lighter or a few shades lighter than the previous China Blue, and overlapping the last layer to ensure that it is smoothly blended out. Go ahead and add a second layer to get rid of most of the white spots. Then I'm taking the lightest shade, which is non-photo blue, and again overlapping with those same small circular motions. Tip number 5 is to use white to blend out the lightest areas. Make sure you blend out the lighter areas with white, and in case you have to blend two dark colors, you use a mid-range between those two colors for blending. If you blend a dark color with white, the overall picture looks very washed out, and that is not the effect we're going for. So here is a video on basic tips for blending color pencils. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and don't forget to like, comment, share, and hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching.